Brexit talks are currently underway, and as the UK's time as part of the bloc comes to an end, how much is the UK paying the EU for the divorce bill? The transition period is currently underway and the UK has officially left the EU, although all is not yet settled between the two sides. Talks to negotiate a Brexit deal are ongoing despite coronavirus, and the UK and EU are still beholden to the same rules it has held throughout its 45-year-plus relationship. Having joined the ECC in 1973, the UK and EU still have plenty to untangle in the ongoing talks. We are in the midst of an 11-month transition period, to end on December 31 this year, giving both sides some time to agree on how the EU-UK relationship will work. The UK's departure from the EU will no doubt leave a reasonably large hole in the EU's finances. Brussels, of course, wants to minimise its losses, or at least put off for as long as possible the question of whether it asks richer countries to pay more into the budget or reduces spending in poorer countries. A large chunk of the money being asked for by the European Commission was pledged by David Cameron, when he was Prime Minister, to the long-term EU budget for the period of 2014 to 2020. So-called divorce payments were first proposed as part of Theresa May's agreement way back in 2017. Even then, no one knew exactly how much this would be, and details were given of how it would be calculated rather than a precise figure. Still, an estimate of a settlement of about £39 billion was given, but this was based on a Brexit date of March 29, 2019. When Brexit was delayed, repeatedly, it meant that some of that money was paid as the UK's normal budget contributions, so less of it was part of the divorce bill. No fresh estimate has been given for how much the UK currently owes the EU though, but the Office for Budget Responsibility estimated in late 2019 that the new figure had fallen to £32 billion. The OBR has told the BBC the total bill for 2020 alone will be £10.69 billion. According to the BBC, the OBR expects most of the entire divorce to be paid by 2022, with some relatively small payments still being made until the 2060s. This was the payment schedule expected for the October 2019 Brexit date, so it's currently unclear what new plans are being made and negotiated.